Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello, welcome everybody. We are here for the Alpha Alpha Team League N8 Rookie Playoffs Finals, and I am your friendly neighborhood puppy dog Snoopy, and joined by my side is your friendly neighborhood Cannon Rusher Xenodactyl.
Hi, hi.
So yeah,
So,
yeah, we're getting the lobby started here as everyone, all the party members are pretty much in the group here. So we shall get started pretty soon.
NA Rookie Finals. How about that?
Yeah. And I gotta say, this season, it's been a pretty good season. I mean, we made it to the finals of 3 of the divisions. We made it to the finals of the NA Pro, the semi, semi amateur, right? Semi amateur.
I think it was semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro. Okay, so yeah, the pro, the semi-pro, and the rookie. So we're playing the rookie right now. Unfortunately, we lost the semi-pro finals, but we're still in it with the rookie and the pro one. So still some good chances to bring a trophy home.
Yep.
All right, before we get into this, let's go ahead and actually take a quick look as I bring up the bracket here on screen. We did, of course, face host competitive in the quarterfinals, won 3-1, and then we faced against Cryptic Gaming in the semifinals, won it 3-1 again. So, Zeno, what's your prediction for tonight? Do you think it's another 3-1?
That sounds very plausible.
That would be that would be pretty way to end the season with all 3-1s. But we shall find out as we head into our first map, which will be on Ephemeron.
Alrighty. TVR. Um. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, so I'm thinking about this like, when a Zerg plays against a random player, it's not that bad. They open the same, they scout, and you know, it's maybe it costs them a little bit extra on the scouting information, but for all intents and purposes, their opener remains unchanged because they can theoretically use like they have 2 openers they can use for any matchup. When a Protoss opens against a random, they have this building placement problem where they're like at this extreme of like, well, do I put my pylon on the high ground or the low ground? Which race do I like? They're almost taking a 66 or a 33% chance that my opponent is not whatever race, um, based on their building placement.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Terran, I feel, is kind of in the middle. Like, they can Reaper expand, I guess, but if they face a Terran, then it's not the optimal opener, but they may or may not be punished for their suboptimal opener, so then it depends on whether the random opponent is actually playing something abusive as a Terran that is going to punish the suboptimal opener, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's if he goes against a Terran, I think that's the only thing he has to worry about because facing against a Protoss or a Zerg, it's pretty much the same opener. Reaper, expand, pretty much the same. So yeah, we shall see what race Gran Turismo is gonna spawn as. And here we go. Countdown has begun as we head into game number 1.
It's also worth noting that Reality is off racing as Terran in order to play in this, as his Protoss is much too high. I guess I'll start us off in the bottom right as the red Terran for the Alpha X rookie Buffaloes. It is Reality.
And spawning at the top left. Oh wait, bottom. Yeah, top left is the blue Protoss player from Team Legion. It is. Oops, got the wrong name there. Sorry, let's go ahead and do that again. That is Gran Turismo. Alrighty, you know what? As I say, Gran Turismo, it just sounds like a kind of like a car or something, like car brand or car
something.
game.
It feels familiar in a way, but I can't put my finger quite on it.
Yeah, I believe it's a car game, or at least there's a car game that has a similar type of name with it.
Okay. Well, Reality should feel at home now that he knows what matchup he's in, and his main race is Protoss, so he should know this matchup intimately.
We do see some cheeky play coming out of the Protoss here on the bottom left side of Reality's base. He's got a proxy pylon. I'm guessing that must be for a Stargate opening because he's got the two gases, and I think that's a pretty good place to place down a proxy Stargate. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. I would have liked Reality to keep his SCV in the natural a little bit longer so that he can confirm that there still is no expansion, because he might be reading this as a core first instead of a proxy expand. Oh, it's actually much more committed than a Stargate. Here I thought this would be a Stargate expand, and it looks like we're gonna have a very committed attack coming in just a moment.
Yeah, and this is kind of a I don't know, it just reminds me of this older school build where, because back in the day, I mean, a lot of Protoss actually went for the same build. It was a pretty strong build. It's since then gone out of fashion a bit, but from time to time, Protoss will pull it out.
It had a resurgence of a kind of variation that had an expansion. Parting brought it out. Oh gosh, I want to say a GSL or something. But it was the same idea as the older one that we're seeing now. In any case, we don't have a starport yet, so that's kind of like the main tech Reality would want in order to curtail the microability of this attack.
Yeah, well, he is definitely scouting with the Reaper, so I'm not sure if it will be out in time, the starport with the Viking, but he's going to have to rely on whatever he has, as the second Immortal is about to pop out. And he's got a bunker in the front, but unfortunately for him, that is not going to help.
I'd like to see him just focus on like getting army bunkers, all things defensive, essentially. Okay, well, now he knows that there's no questions now. He has a Marauder and 4 Marines. Okay, maybe... Oh, this just feels awkward.
Yeah, he's losing his initial army, and all these additional reinforcements popping out of these barracks is coming out one by one. Gran Turismo is just picking them off in a line, and all the bunkers actually goes down, or yeah, not the bunkers, the supply depots goes down, and that actually supply blocks Reality. He can't make any more units.
Oh, if he can get these 2 mines under the warp prism, then that can kind of stop the hemorrhaging for a moment, but Gran Turismo moves his prism away out of harm's way, and pressures the natural, picking off the supply depots again and getting that Marauder as well. The mine fires, but I don't think it hit anything of consequence.
Oh.
Okay, there's no prism left, but reality has nothing left either.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pull the SCVs, but I don't think that's enough. That's 3 Immortals and GG, unfortunately. Bless you. Unfortunately, reality is not able to defend. And it's unfortunate because he did scout early on. He did scout 2 gas opening from the Protoss that should have ring a bell in his head that there is something happening, some tech second tech of choice. There's no expansion from the Protoss, so it must be either a proxy or he's hiding some like Dark Shrine or something somewhere out on the map. So was a little bit slow in the reaction. Was not able to scout it in time, and Gran Turismo will take game number 1 for Team Legion.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him confirm whether or not there was an expansion, and then upon not seeing an expansion, go scout for proxies. It was rather far, so even if he went to go scout for proxies, I'm not sure when he would have scouted that. But I think he just didn't have his alarm bells ringing soon enough to make the necessary adjustments, and unfortunate game.
Yeah, but this is a best of 5, so still plenty of opportunities to come back. We have our second game, which will be on Zen LE. Thank you for the cheer, guys, in the chat. I see you guys. We have Sun Lily, we have Sniper SC, we have Big Well as well in the chat. So thank you for joining us. But of course, this is 2 minutes delay, so you guys won't hear this message until 2 minutes later. All right, we got ourselves a ZVT this time around instead of a PVT.
And spawning in the bottom left as the yellow Terran, or no, it's not yellow, orange Terran on Zen, playing for Alpha X Buffaloes. It is Sakuno.
And spawning at the top right, we have our white, oh no, not white, pink Zerg player from Team Legion. It is Kalo.
I totally imagined his name with an extra syllable. I think I've been doing that for the entirety that he's been in our clan, which has been quite some time.
I always refer to him as Tunson Neo.
So you also imagine an extra syllable.
Yeah.
Okay. But we imagine different middle syllables.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I guess the T is silent, and then we just say Suneo or something, maybe?
Yeah, Sunio, I guess, is the...
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, these things you realize when you're, like, casting them over multiple times, and then you're like, wait a second here. Why does this not match what I'm reading? Oh.
Yeah, some names are just, like, they have like it's pretty difficult. It's like they have like multiple pronunciations, and you're not sure what to go for. I mean, I think it's the same situation with Australia. Some people say Australia, some people say Austria, some people say Astraea. You know, it's like you know what, just go with whatever you prefer.
And my dad will say, well, why did he pick a name that sounds so much like Australia?
I know, right? Oh my god, this the Lings are actually just gonna bypass the Reapers. I mean the Reaper, and I think he could have gotten a bit of a surround, but slow reaction by Sunil here.
He might stall this CC, and he will do at least that. He wants more, but I don't think he will get more, as the Reaper is still here to pick things off and is not going to die to one weak Ling. Not that Lings are weak, but that one in particular was injured.
You know what? As I just said, Sunil had some slow reaction. I think it's because of the lag, or the ping rather.
Ah, yes, he is playing from EU.
Yeah, he was
So-
complaining about that in the beginning, so really bad lag. He is from EU, or
Yes.
so it should be on East, right?
Yes, it should be.
Okay, yeah, it's right now it's on West.
Oh,
I see West.
we should probably remake, maybe resume from replay on the correct server.
Oh, a wild nemesis has appeared.
Sushi is sad he did not get to see Nemesis play.
I'm sad too, man. I haven't seen Nemesis play in a while. I want to see
I
those.
know, it's been like forever.
Yeah. Nemesis has turned over to the Overwatch side, the dark side.
I don't know who's supposed to tell them that we should be on East, not West or Central.
Oh man.
I think that's technically the Buffalo's job, but
The Buffalo had just one job. Just one job. Luckily, it was really early in the game, so it wasn't too...
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, this sort of thing should definitely be caught immediately and not like wait until the game is played and then say something about it.
Yeah, the same thing happened with and the amateur. Oh my
Not speaking
god.
from any recent experiences at all. No.
That was so disheartening because we won 3-0 and then I think we won 3-0, right? At first,
Yeah.
and then they won the rest, and we had to remake or replay that whole game after that, and we lost. That was another finals we could have also probably gone to. That would have made us.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be neat? Getting to the finals of all 4 divisions.
That would have been crazy.
Oh, Miguel says Sunil is British. So what server is that for us?
We should be on East because
Kalo is suggesting we resume from replay. He doesn't want to. He wants to get that command center delay. All right. Looks like Nemesis has responded. She says, "I am at work. Work has been crazy this year." I see. Lawrence.
I imagine an extra class worth of work because of the oh my.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Nemesis. It's been a rough season for everyone, I think. Okay.
Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting and defending Overwatch here.
Okay. Well, yes, that is a Blizzard game. That is going to reduce bandwidth over watching Netflix.
I say Overwatch is the dark side because they have taken our lovely Nemesis and our lovely Terran Lord away from StarCraft.
Oh, this.
Oh my god.
I don't know who's in charge, but this is quite comical.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard, guys.
I'm gonna get something to drink while this is sorted.
All right. All right, so we are getting this replay restarted, and I think everyone is here. Yep, looks like everyone is here. Looks like Mr. Tick has joined as well. Reality says I already got promoted. All right, looks like oh.
Technically, this is not the correct way of doing this either. They're trying to resume from replay instead of recover game. Oh, did they figure that out?
Oh crap! I just left. Oh man, can they redo again, or is it still? Is it?
Let me see. Where are you? I can just re-invite you.
Yeah, re-invite me. Yeah.
Where did you go? I'm so confused. Oh, I can't re-invite you because you're in the party. Oh my goodness. Can you piggyback in? Oh, there you are.
All right.
Excellent. I mean, so this technically is not. I'm pretty sure that they have it on.
Hey,
from
so
replay.
sorry to interrupt, but does anyone know how to do this?
Yeah.
Pass the host to Xeno. Oh, thank you for the follow, Land of Legion TV. They are, of course, streaming on the Team Legion side.
You guys need to exit out of that lobby because that was set up from the wrong direction.
Oh, what?
Thank you for the follow.
Oh, another follow from Iron64 Strikes. Hey, thank you for the follow. We have been getting quite the number of follows recently. I think wait, need to remake.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check out how many followers we currently have. I think we have like, yeah, like around 975 followers, so 25 more and we're gonna reach the lovely 1K followers. That is pretty dope.
Okay. This should solve this.
Yeah,
The only thing is we're in a party, so sometimes the party bugs the sub server, which is why I don't like doing it from parties, but okay.
yeah. Well, I think it should be fine. I think although one person is still, we're still waiting on one person for some reason. I think
Space music. Space music is the culprit.
this has turned into quite the mess, hasn't it?
Yes.
One game should not take this long.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, he said he never got it. Okay. Huh. Let's see if he got the invite here. Yeah, there we go. Ooh.
Excellent.
Laura Terrence saying, I forgot how dumb the SC2 lobbies are sometimes. I have to agree. 10 years into StarCraft, you'd think that we would have gotten it by now.
Oh. Well, we will have a pause before it actually starts, so we will be able to verify that the players are ready. I got so tired of waiting for the setup process that I forgot to check if the players are good. I just clicked start.
Yeah, I think it's fine. You'll have to, or there's a little pause, so
Yeah, we'll have to unpause it anyway, so it's
exactly.
not a big deal.
All right, 1-0 in favor of Team Legions. Let's see if everyone is good to go. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Excellent. Alright, so respawning in the bottom left is...
No, I think we're okay. We can skip that. Actually, you know what? Those links were a distraction. We have some really fast roaches. So Team Legion is pulling out all the cheeses. They are going to cheese their way to victory. Unless Tanzania can somehow hold against this.
Well, there is no Overlord terribly close to the ramp. It's quite a ways on this far pillar as opposed to the closer one. So, theoretically, Suno can give up the low ground and retreat to behind his ramp if he needs to, wants to, if he decides that is the safer option. Okay, it looks like he is now opting for that route of defense, but oh no! His Marines are on the wrong side of the wall, and he has no factory units. He has no units, actually, whatsoever, aside from his SCVs, which are... Oh, he has a third command center? Oh no.
Yeah, everything's going wrong for Sun Neo here. And GG, that is quite the quick 2-0 for Team Legion.
Most unfortunate. Well then. What's the next map?
Next map is Triton. So the snowy map, right? Yeah, the snowy map. War buff, it's like all that struggle just for the all-in to hit. All right, so that means that Team Alpha X will have to reverse all kill in order to take home the victory. I am crossing my fingers because it would suck to lose another finals. I mean, we lost the finals with the semi-pro division. We lost the finals in Chobo Team League, and we might possibly lose another finals here in NA Rookie. Our only hope after that would be the N8 Pro, but
I feel like that's probably our strongest lineup in respect to division strength, but it would be nice to pick up something else too.
yeah, it's been quite some time since we won a championship, I believe.
Yeah. Our graphics designers are looking for something to do at this rate. I'm just kidding.
I mean, at this rate, we'll be known as the Sioux of StarCraft teams, right?
Oh no.
Go on this long run of second places.
I think our player is missing. Where is Star Fox? I will go.
Should I invite her? Oh no, okay, you got her. Seems like she's okay. She's back. Alrighty, here we're gonna have ourselves a lovely PVZ. So we're getting the variety of matchups tonight, which is awesome.
I'm not sure if she knows why she's here. I feel like she just accepted because she got an invitation and then there we go.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, Buffalo.
Yeah, he's got the twitch for the band hammer. Alright. So
I don't know if she's ready or not.
Yeah, this has been quite a bit of a mess. It's like everyone's wondering, are you ready? Is she ready? Is he ready? Are we good? Race check, race check.
This is curious. Like, she changed her race and color to what they normally are, but then she hasn't said anything this whole time. So, like, I don't know if she just was passing by and fixed it.
Oh,
and
she's not in the party, so she.
Oh, but I don't see anything in the other chats either, like the lobby chat or.
Because nobody asked her if she's ready.
No one asked her in the lobby.
Yeah, she did. She's not listening to our party conversation, so yeah, I guess.
Oh, that's hilarious. This explains everything.
Yeah. I'm typing in the. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go.
All mysteries have been solved. Detective Snoopy to the rescue.
Oh man. All right, things are settling in. Things are getting started. Finally getting into game number 3.
And spawning in the bottom right has the pink Protoss for the Alpha X Buffaloes trying to stave off a sweep. It is Star Fox.
And spawning for the Team Legion as the purple Zerg player, looking to possibly close out the series and win their trophy. Can they do it? It is Prime. Alright, this time around, will we see another cheese? Because the past 2 games, Team Legion players have been pulling out the cheeses successfully in fact. But Star Fox, you know, she's a fox. She can smell out certain cheeses if possible.
Okay, Snoopy.
Okay, that's probably a dog's advantage. They can smell better than human beings or something. But
I guess a fox is a cat on dog hardware. So, I must bounce on this. Alright, standard opener for Star Fox. And, well, we have the spawning pool. It's the normal time as well. So,
what? Are we getting a regular game here?
well, there's still like 19 drone all-ins, 22 drone all-ins, Nidus play, Nidus Swarm host play.
yeah, actually that's right. Yeah.
You say regular, and I hesitate to call it that until there's like 50 drones on the map.
Well, so far looks pretty standard to me. I think I think we're gonna have ourselves possibly our first regular game of the night.
Miguel says that Star Fox better not lose, or else I don't know what his or else is, but
he says, "Star Fox, do not dare lose. I'm here to see Sun Lily."
yes.
I mean, are we all here to just see Sun Lily, right? That's why we're all here.
Look, a Rotorn.
Oh boy.
It's not like super early, but it is early-ish.
Yeah, this is curious because you see a dirt hatch from the Zerg, which usually is, if they're gonna cheese, go for a mass ling attack with possibly Baneling bust.
I think this is the red herring third. Hi, I took a third base, but really, I just want to make a bunch of units.
Yeah, and I think it might work because it has yet been scouted. Although with that third hatch, that means a little bit less roaches can be produced because there's not as much minerals. Because roaches, you don't need a lot of larvae. You can't make a lot of roaches in the beginning. But here we go. Look
might be for ling reinforcement after the roaches.
Oh yeah, that's possible actually. Yeah. Looks like we have ourselves. Yeah, ling speed is being researched, so definitely having some speedlings added on top of it. And
I'd like to see Star Fox get glaives. But for now, this is fine. Just gonna send the Prism out. Bother this Overlord. The Stalker needs to... Okay.
Oh, that man.
Potentially hazardous.
Oh,
she
no.
Still needs information. This... Uh-oh. Okay, well, that should ring some alarm bells. She does have this Immortal here. That's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's huge, actually.
Yeah. A solid anchor in this position, fighting Roach Ravling-ish. I'm gonna put a question mark. Okay, there are more lings. They're just dawdling. Oh gosh.
Alright, Ling
Unintentional
speed.
puns.
Yeah, Ling speed is just about almost done. Oh, he needs another force. She needs another force field. Oh, but she does nicely save the Immortal. Force fields does go down. And so
she's now out of force fields though, so once this force field expires, she won't have a way of stemming the tide of forces from entering her natural.
yeah, she's gonna have to use the War Prison to power up the gateways to
I don't
warp in.
think she just lost another one of her immortals, which would have been really nice for jugglings. Okay, she will barely hold this initial attack, and she has one gateway powered now, and she only lost. I mean, I say only. She's lost 9 probes.
Oh, she got plugged that hole. Plug that hole.
No. All right, she has a lot of adepts here, and Glaives has finished. So suddenly, while she doesn't have a worker advantage, she has a tech advantage, and perhaps she can push this advantage for some counter-aggression. With this other immortal, she has 4 gateways in her main to go along with her initial opener. She's going to get a Dark Shrine. I guess that will be nice at some point.
Yeah, because there is no lair. Oh, actually, there is a lair. Sorry, but the DCs could catch Prime off guard. And you know what, Star Fox. I think
she has a very deadly force at this point in comparison to what her opponent has.
Yeah, which a bunch of Glaive Adepts too. She has a total of 12 Glaive Adepts, but half of them is actually staggering behind, being lazy.
Almost the theme of this game. A lot of staggered movement. But microing back, she's going to pick off the Lings, trying to save some of her forces. I'd like to... okay, well, I think she could have collected herself at the top of that ramp for a moment, but she's actually just going to back up to her shield batteries instead.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, Prime has committed pretty much all into this. Not making too many drones behind this. In fact, Star Fox has the lead. And Star Fox is going to push this with the 2 Immortals on the back. But oh man, more Roach reinforcement. But those Adepts are actually tanking quite some damage. Corrosive Bile goes on emptiness. Falls on none of the units on the ground. And Star Fox might actually have to retreat for now though, as there are a lot of Roaches still left over.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's I think it was a pretty efficient trade for Star Fox.
Adding in some Zealots now, I like this. Allows her to clean this up a little bit better. And getting Charge. Perhaps she wants to save some gas for her DTs. In any case, she's going to take a third, even though this build that she was originally doing wasn't exactly intended for that. The game has gone in a direction where she's held, and it's an option. As her DTs run into the third, run into the natural. I don't see another one, but they will be dealt with after getting 9 drones.
Not too shabby. And now Prime is falling further and further behind in terms of the worker count, which is not the greatest spot you want as the Zerg. You definitely want to have at least like maybe 5 to 10 or more drones ahead of the Protoss player.
For sure. I think this is a comfortable position for her. I mean, technically he could get something like Mutalis, and that would be slightly awkward, but I mean, she has the larger army, the and more workers, and she's on even bases. So like all the things you could feel like you want from a mechanical standpoint are pretty much there.
Yeah, and you know what? The War Prism is still a threat, and it's actually gonna fly across the map, away from the army of Prime. The Prime is actually, his army is out in the middle of nowhere, so these DTs actually could do a quite number of damage. Spore Caller, luckily for Prime, is going up in the main base, but no army force in the main to defend these DTs. Only a queen.
Now, also gonna get a Zealot with this, pulling the entirety of the Zerg army back, and this also does scout the Lurker Den, and she's going to get to work on that with her DTs. So the transition, as it were, for Prime is being removed from the table. Hydra Den as well, under pressure, will probably fall. There it goes.
And yeah, looks like the DTs will stay alive. I would love to see Star Fox move out with her main force. She's got High Templars with Storm done, about to be done, and with another additional Warpin, I feel like she could actually outright win the game.
Yeah, she's taking a fourth, and it's like there's no good direction for Prime to go right now. I agree that she has the means to end the game. I don't know if she knows that she has the means to end the game.
Oh, a little bit of a miss micro there. Loses the War Prison with the 3 TTs. Now, look, Star Fox, she's in a pretty comfortable position, and the thing I'm afraid of is that she's going to allow Prime to get back to the game. But nope, looks like she has finally moved across the map. Nice storm on the few batch.
Losing the Prism before this was a little bit unfortunate, and her Zealots away from her Immortal, so she's losing a number of them for low cost. But the Zealots come back in and clean up a good portion of this, if not all of it, actually. Okay, there are Hydras in the back line. But Zealots reinforcing all the way from the 4th or 3rd, and I think she's just going to run him over.
Yeah, and that third base is possibly going to fall to these Immortal at the very least. Even if the Zealots, the charge like get cleaned up, there's going to be 3 bases against the 4 bases of the Protoss. And in fact, Star Fox is going to actually recall her Immortal, retreat for now. I mean, she knows she's in the commanding position, and she could just retreat, gather up additional units and force, and then follow up with another big attack.
She does have a Prism now, and she's redirecting her line of attack towards the 4th base, kind of up the center. And she's taking her gases at her 4th, getting +2 attack, and a Stargate.
Oh, I like this. Potentially, if needed, go to the late game with the Stargate, transition to maybe carriers or get a mothership, but I don't think it's going to even reach that point because... Oh wait, actually, you know what? As I say this, there's a bunch of Lurkers, but oh, they get stormed!
Those are some nice storms, but I don't see any detection for her here.
Yeah, but you don't need detection, they just burrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Oh man. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like who needs detection against Lurkers? They don't, hide themselves and burrow underneath the ground, right?
No one, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like exactly just like you don't need detection against DTs when they uncloak their invisibility cloak.
But they can't.
Well, Ghost can. They can for a moment.
A Ghost can, yes, but a DT cannot.
I mean, they choose not to, right?
Okay. I don't think they have the ability to, though.
I mean, they can. They secretly can. It's
maybe it is against the will of the Void or the Kala for them to uncloak, so we just don't see that. Eternal Empire is next.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, who wants to see a DT naked, right?
Oh.
That's not a pretty sight.
Oh my. I see. Miguel is excited for this match.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too. We rarely get to see Sunny play in anything, so to see her, I mean, we gotta salvage in this moment. Or savior in this moment.
I was wondering.
Yeah, savior. All right, and this time around, we're gonna have ourselves another TVZ, and it's gonna be on Internal Empire. Will Sunny give Alpha X some hope and push this to an ace match, or will Team Legion take it all?
Historically, this has been her favorite matchup. I don't know how she's doing recently, though. I haven't really talked to her much about her gameplay in months.
Well, actually, I saw a build long time. Well, give a little context here. Once we finish introducing our players.
All right. Spawning in the upper right has the blue Zerg, representing the Alpha X Buffaloes. It is the burrowing Sunlily.
And spawning at the bottom left, we have our red Terran player from Team Legion. It is Scuba Steve. All right, and that was as I was mentioning earlier on. Back then, when I was basically playing Zerg, I was watching Sunny play, and I saw this Roach build come out from her, and I was like interested because it looked pretty strong. It looks pretty concise, and she said, "Oh, I learned this from Starkiller," and so she passed me on the replay, and I was able to study the replay, study the build order, and it has served me quite well over these years. So I would like to thank both Sunny and Starkiller for that. But we'll see if she decides to go for a Roach play, or maybe she go for a more of a Baneling Mula play.
Yeah, I've seen her do both. I think I've seen her play Roach in this matchup more than... Well, I just haven't seen her go Muta very often in general.
Yeah.
But
we have seen her play burrowed Banelings before, so...
Yes. We have seen her burrow Banelings, we have seen her burrow Roaches, we have seen her do lots of things. Lots of unique things. A drone is actually over here, pestering this SCV. Gonna go hide as an extractor for a little while as this Reaper is The drone wanted to be a probe, but the Reaper the Reaper said no.
Well, at the very least, Sunny knows that Scuba Steve is going for, and CC is not going to be some like multi-barracks Reaper play or something else. But yeah, this Reaper is going to go ahead into the main, and we'll scout. This is one of the kind of the maps where the main base does have a kind of a wide surface area for the Reaper to jump in and out of. So it's a pretty good map to go for Reapers, so that you can scout and also possibly do some light harass.
It looks like Scuba Steve is going for a 2-1-1. I don't see his starport though. Granted, his factory did just finish. So might be thinking about it sometime today.
Sometime.
Oh no, he gets a tech lab. I don't know then.
All right, the Reaper does finally goes down, but oh, nice little mind game here. Suddenly showing the Roach Warren, knowing that the SCVs did scout that, and then she just cancels it immediately after the SCV was sniped off. So Scuba Steve is now under the assumption that Suddenly is going for a fast Roach play because he did not scout a third base. So he's probably thinking.
He's on a 2-1 build, which feels kind of TVP-ish, like tank, stimless, or only stim marines, like no, like supposed to hit like in 20 seconds from now. I don't know. Between this mind game that she's pulled on him and the direction of the build that he is going, he might play like super passive defensive, expecting some attack to come when nothing comes until mutas. And I don't know how that's going to fare for him since he doesn't have a starport.
And more importantly, he doesn't even have an engineering bay to make turrets. So
oh wow.
Yeah, he's gonna have to rely on the stim marines to defend in the meantime. But there is a late starport, so that he's gonna have to be careful of overstimming because there's not gonna be any medevacs to heal them. And then another SCV scout, he's got to be wondering what is going on. 2 bases for this long. That's sometimes a tip. Oh.
The Lings didn't want to eat the SCV.
Oh my god, that gotta be the luckiest SCV.
They all ran right past it. This Ling is not this SCV is not supposed to be alive right now. It has cheated death.
Yeah. It's like a cat, it's got like 9 lives.
Okay, the scan does see the mutas popping. While it does not see the spire, it gets the information that it desperately needs. 3rd and 4th base going down for Sun Lily now, and the mutas are accruing on the bottom side of the map. There are marines more or less in position at both mineral lines, and a healthy number of racks. Actually, Scuba Steve is fairly turtled. He does have a 3rd base that is nearly complete, but he's in a pretty decent position, shooing away the mutas with his SCVs. Or not SCVs, Marines. What are these things called?
This is not good for Sunly. I mean, she invested quite heavily into those mutas, getting not too many damage done. And hopefully, maybe this wave here, the secondary attack, can get additional damage done. Does actually deny some add-ons, gets a tank, and might possibly get some another add-on, which is okay, but I think she probably wanted a bit more economic damage done to the SCV line.
I do like that it is keeping Scuba Steve at home, so at the very least, she has time to transition to something else wherever she wants to go. She's getting an infestation pit. Her 3rd is pretty much saturated at this point, and her 4th is nearing saturation, halfway there, I suppose. And we're now going to get this tank push, tank marine. I think he meant to move out about a minute ago.
Alright, the Ling does see on the watchtower, does see the move out of the army. A bunch of Banelings have been morphed in. Central Freaky Hook is only halfway done though. I'm not sure if it will be in time, but these mules is actually keeping Scuba Steve a little bit preoccupied, so it does delay the push a bit. And
grabbing the medevacs now.
Oh, that's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, with only 1 medevac here, each stim kind of matters. She might be able to pick off the tanks from behind us, and that she does? Question mark. There we go.
Alright, what a nice surround there. Mules in the back, Lings and Banelings in the front. Oh man, that sounded kind of dirty, but anyhow, now Sunlily has open door to go and possibly deny this third base once again from Landon. And oh, actually some nice SUV kills as these SUV does transfer over. Bailing Speed has just finished. Got a nice connection on the front line of Marines. And all of a sudden, Sunlily is possibly, yep, she does. She gets the second win for Alpha X and pushes it into a fifth and decisive ace match to decide who will win the Alpha Team League NA Rookie Division. What a great way to kind of go out the season with a final decisive game. Zeno, if you had your choice, if you were the Buffalo, who's your pick for the final player?
I'm gonna say that the Twitch chat clearly has a pick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody.
We know what the Twitch chat wants.
Imagine they all say, we want the Buffalo to play.
But that's not an option. He didn't he didn't play in one of the previous 4 games.
All right, so I think the captains are picking their players, their ace player to send out, and then I think they gotta enter into the Alpha Team League site before they confirm, so that it gets revealed at the same time. And after that, we shall get our game set up, and the last map, the 5th game map, will be on World of Sleepers.
Okay, in that case, I think I would send out somebody. You look at Eternal Empire, it's a huge map, and I think it's most similar. Like, those two are the closest maps in comparison.
Well, the chat agrees with you. Everybody's saying cheering for Sunlily to go for it. Wouldn't that be something? It's like Sunlily did not play. I don't believe she played like throughout the whole season. So she finally shows up in the finals and possibly take the trophy home with us.
And then she gets to go paint the trophy.
Oh yeah, because she's she's a graphic designer, so she can design it however she likes. Maybe a trophy in the shape of a buffalo.
Looks like the Buffaloes have entered their Acer, and we are waiting on Team Legion to enter theirs.
All right. Everyone's waiting with anticipation. And we will reveal to you the ace players in the moment of truth. Alright, I'm checking the site and it still says to be determined, so looks like...
It looks like they were unsure how to enter the Acer, so that means to me that they've gone the entire season with 3 O's and 3 1s for wins and losses.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's true, I'm just teasing.
Okay, let me double check that.
I have no idea.
Team
okay, it looks
Legion. No, they want... Oh wait, they're 8 and 4. And you know what? They have actually played an ace match in their previous 2 games.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, the previous 2 game as well as the third game of the season.
Mr. Chick, can we send Estrella or Zound for our ace?
All right, looks like we have it. I'm gonna actually. I'm not sure if I should reveal it or not.
I mean, it's on the site. No one can change anything.
All right, yeah. So, all right. So the Buffalo has decided to defy expectation and decided to choose Star Fox as the ace player, while Team Legion has chosen Scuba Steve. So, yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a PVT to decide who will be the champion of this season. In like I think about 2 minutes, I'm expecting everyone to riot in the chat. They're probably gonna go after War Buffy or War Buff. I keep calling him War Buffy.
Oh, I like to call him War Buffy for the sake of annoying him, not because.
Oh, so cruel, so cruel.
I don't think that one actually annoys him. I think he's gotten used to it. So I need to find something else to bother him with.
Just add more Discord channels. That always annoys him.
Ah, yes, perfect. Add more Discord channels.
Hashtag it, guys. Hashtag more Discord channels.
All right. For our final map in this finals game, for a final time, it is the Blue Terran, Team Legion's Scuba Steve.
And for the final time this season, it is the pink Protoss from Team Alpha X. It is Star Fox.
Gas first. Coming out of Scuba Steve.
Game paused.
All right, let's see what's the... Oh, lag. All right, let's see what's the Central United States.
Ruh-roh. He has kids.
What?
What does that have to do with lag?
Okay, maybe he says his kids are using up the internet or internet bandwidth or something. I don't know.
Maybe
That's the only
they're hogging the stream. Or that. Alrighty.
All right. Hopefully everyone is okay with the lag. There's no too much lag, because this is the last and decisive game, so don't want to be determined, unfortunately, by lag. Hopefully the ping is not too bad.
Yeah, I think from the games we saw out of Team Legion, Scuba Steve was the only one that presented a kind of standard non-cheese build. So, like, there was a certain logic to him for an ace on a large map.
Yeah, I think also I've seen Scuba Steve play, and I mean his name sounds familiar, so I must have seen him play somewhere. So I think he has experience playing in team leagues. So you know, it's a pretty solid
I know
choice.
he's played an ATL before, at least.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, certain ID names are just more memorable, you know?
you mean to tell me that you don't remember that random string of numbers and letters that was unpronounceable whenever last you saw one of these random string of numbers and letters?
I mean, you know, some IDs are just really random that you can't remember it. Like you played them like 1 or 2 games ago and you still can't remember them, you know? And then there's like
Yeah.
someone like maybe Scuba Steve that, you know, is more easier to remember, that you know you haven't played in a long while or seen in a long while, but you still remember them when they pop up.
True. Alright, the Adept is going to bat away the pesky Reaper. Reaper is still trying to get that Scout, and I think it will get, well, sort of. There's a Stalker there, and it's gonna have to run right back out. So, not a whole lot of scouting information for Scuba Steve just yet. It's not like Star Fox is doing anything terribly abnormal, though, so...
Yeah, going for the blink play, which is pretty common, pretty solid in PvT. It's going to be up to the blink micro, of course. And what is Scuba Thief going for? It looks like going to be some Widowmine drop, so it's going to be up to Star Fox to make sure she kind of babysits the minimap and scouts it so that she can react in time. Alright, Reaper does finally get in, and we'll finally see... Oh, actually it does not. Goes the other way.
The Reaper did see the Robo at the front, so at the very least, he can infer that a Stargate is unlikely between what information he has been presented with. But, I mean, it is very standard coming out of Star Fox, so like there's not even a Dark Shrine to go with this if we're looking at like, oh, how could this be slightly spicier, you know? Mine Drop is on its way now, and we'll fly over the third, or behind the third, I should say. I think Star Fox should see this. There she goes. Stalker's in position. And Scuba Steve is just going to tuck his medevac behind that. A little bit of dead space. Or just fly away. A little bit more. That's fine too. Getting that third CC. Kind of unclear whether he intends to expand onto the forward location or the triangle third. I suppose either is fine. Raven is out now and going to allow these Marines to remove the observer. Line drop coming back in.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Nice pull away. And so far hasn't lost too much. So I would say pretty solid defense. Not perfect, but solid.
Yeah. The medevac does get away, so Scuba Steve is now going to lose the main investment for later. But no major probe losses, and the disruption to mining was minimal. So, still a fairly even game, I would say, in most respects.
Yeah, and shout out to... Oh, what? Sorry, go ahead.
Perhaps a slight advantage to Starfire.
Alright, so the Durst CC is going to morph into an orbital. It's going to have to start mining the minerals if he wants to expand to the one that's like right below the main base. Or it looks like he's going to decide to go for the one with the one gas. expansion. Of course, that one is really wide open. So, yeah, actually, you know, he's just gonna go for it. Gonna go ahead and rely on the tank to defend, but he only has one tank, oddly enough.
I didn't realize how quickly she transitioned her tech into getting her AoE, so she actually has a lot more complexity to her army than Scuba Steve does at the moment.
Yeah, you know what? She has +1 upgrade, and she is going for a big attack here at the dirt base with 2 Colossus. And oh, nice force field, blocks the entire ramp, and this third is sniped off. Yeah, that's a huge snipe off for Star Fox.
And she can just pull back if she wants. She doesn't need to go anywhere. Like, this is fine. She's supply blocked him. She's thinking about a 4th. She's has a Templar Archives. There's a ribbon that... I mean, that's all it's doing. It's just being annoying.
Yeah, I mean, adding that secondary splash damage with those high Templars is gonna bulk up the force, makes it much harder for Scuba Steve. And you know what? Scuba Steve doesn't have a lot of tank to snipe those high Templars. Only have a bunch of bios, so that is gonna spell disastrous for the Terran player. I mean, usually when you're going against a Templar based composition, you want either mass liberators or mass tanks to snipe those high Templars. Thank you, Sniper SC, for the 10 bits, cheering on with some rainbow hearts, and I think those rainbow hearts are gonna rain a lot of money, because Star Fox is looking to be money at this point. She's getting her 4th base, she's getting her storm just about done, and yeah, she's looking to be in the really strong position.
Her Prism sees the move out from Scuba Steve, and he's on Viking Mine. I think he's okay. He's just gonna all in at this point. I mean, Storm just completed. I don't think he has the means to actually deal with the multiple AoE, and this is a nice position for him. He's kind of nestled between, but the storms are coming down, and how does he answer this?
Oh, but actually all the storms has just been wasted, or just been thrown out. So, but I think, yeah, Star Fox should have enough. She's up 122 supplies to 82 of 40 total. The SCVs are just chilling in the back, doing absolutely nothing. And Scuba Steve, GG's out. Star Fox will win it for Team Buffalo, and Alpha X is your champion for ATL Alpha Team League. The Alpha Team League NA rookie.
Really clean transitions on her, getting that first and then second AoE in quick succession, pushing, sniping the third, retreating, doesn't overstay her welcome, secures her 4th, and defends.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant play from Star Fox. I mean, what a night. We got to see Suddenly play. We got a championship under our belt. Really great night. All right, everybody, GGing here. All right, congrats once again to the Buffalo team for securing the trophy. Let's see who is available to raid here. But before that, Zeno, you have any last words for our lovely viewers?
I don't think so.
All right. Looks like that pretty much does it. We appreciate all your cheering, guys, in the chat, for joining and participating in the stream, watching the games. And let's see if there's anyone else to raid. Who is live? I see Gravity is live. I see Renegade is live. I'll let you pick, Zeno, who you want to raid.
Let's go see what Gravity is doing.
All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and raid Gravity. So if you guys wanna check him out. Oh, actually, before we go ahead, there's one last bit from Sniper SE, donating an additional 20 bits for the victory, of course, saying woot woot. I see a lot of people GGing and happy about the win. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Hope you guys party up with the victory. And I guess we'll see you next time, next season. Hopefully, we have also the championship for the ATL Pro division as well very soon. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Gravity. This is your friendly neighborhood puppy dog, along with Xenodactyl, signing out.
Nuclear missile ready.